Hi there and welcome to my cooking class. I am excited that you are here because as the kids are getting back to school and the cost of everything's going up and up and up, I have made a commitment to myself to find you some great recipes that are super easy, that your family's gonna love and will not cost you a lot of money. In fact, the average serving price on this recipe today is $2.43. Oh my gosh, is that inexpensive or what? And I do believe the family's gonna love it. Now, Epicure has a lot of really great products. And one of the items that I just made over the course of the weekend was our chicken fried rice. Now, this little package, all you need to do is mix the seasoning up with soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, and a little water, and then you're adding your chicken that you cook and maybe some coleslaw. I actually had some cabbage in the fridge, so I just used my mandolin and chopped it up and threw a little bit of onion in it as well. There's just two of us, and this package alone will make 6 cups of rice. And because I had leftovers and I don't want to have the same meal twice, I decided to pull half of this off, so about 3 cups of rice, and I am going to add it to a different recipe today and make it something totally different. So grab some chicken fried rice and let's get started. As I mentioned, we've got our fried rice. I've put it into a bowl. I'm using a round steamer. You do not need to use a steamer. Grab any bowl you have. Throw your leftover chicken fried rice. If you're a little short with this recipe on the rice, feel free to add some additional plain white rice. You're gonna have tons of flavor no matter what, but it's a way for you to stretch again your budget. To this container, we are going to add, to make it, and I probably should have told you, we're doing fried rice burritos. Okay, so a Mexican product or something that you find quite often in the produce area and recipes in Mexico, of course, are black beans. So this is a can of black beans that I've got. And of course, if we're gonna be making a burrito, we probably need to make salsa. To make our salsa, you're going to just grab your Poco Picante salsa. If you've never purchased this, it's a dry mix. The instructions are right on the jar. So easy. A tablespoon of the mix. Actually, it says 2 tablespoons, but let me talk about that in a second. A cup of diced tomatoes, a splash of lime, cilantro if you like. Let it stand for 15 minutes so it brings out the flavor, and add it to anything you want. I love the fact that this can flavor tomatoes into salsa without having to chop peppers and worrying about having the, your tears in your eyes and cutting and all that jazz. It's done for you. The other beautiful thing I like about this is the seasoning or the heat is in your control. The recipe actually says 2 tablespoons to a cup of diced tomatoes, and you can use fresh tomatoes if you prefer. I actually found in the store fire roasted tomatoes that were on sale, so that's what I'm using today. Now, if you put 2 tablespoons of the mix inside your tomatoes, you're gonna find it super hot. I am warning you, super hot. It's far easier to spice up than to spice down. So depending on what your family likes for flavoring, you're going to decide how much you're going to use. So grabbing your 4-in-1 spoon, is it going to be a teaspoon, which makes it super mild? Is it going to be a couple teaspoons, a tablespoon? Let it sit for 15 minutes, taste it, and then decide, does it need more? I've been using this product for so long, I basically know what we're going to put in here. So I know that my husband doesn't like too much heat, but he does like to have a little bit of a kick. So I'm roughly putting a tablespoon using our 4-in-1 spoon. I love this spoon. I'm going to next grab our citrus press. It's a 2-in-1 citrus press, of course, lime and lemon. It's really sizing. If you've got a big lime and it doesn't fit into the green, go for it. Just grab my lime here, and I'm making sure that the cut side, I should mention this, is facing down because this is where the juice is going to drip out of. I don't know how many kitchen shows I've seen them doing it the reverse. And we're just going to add a little splash of lime in here. Squeezed it inside out, flat like a pancake. Use this to clean your sink now. And if you have a carburetor, drop it right in. It's gonna make your house smell citrusy and fabulous. Getting our mix going here. Just turn this off. Telling me my oven is ready, which by the way, we've got set at 350 degrees. We are going to be making this fried rice burrito casserole in a 350 degree oven. Fun food facts coming up right away. So here's the base, grabbing my salsa, and we're going to sort of layer this casserole. It's not like a lasagna. You'll notice burrito, you're probably wondering, okay, where's my flour tortillas coming in? Well, basically we've got the makings of what they call a mission burrito. Mission burritos were basically started in San Francisco area. The San Francisco area people put rice into their burritos, and that's where that claim to fame came. Okay, so we've got it all mixed up here. I, of course, as you can see, used this as a great mixing bowl. Grabbing a casserole bowl, or if you wanted, you really could cook it in this, but I wanted to do some layers and I wanted you to maybe see what it looked like. So I'm gonna grab my little basting brush, a little bit of oil, and I'm just gonna lightly put this on here because, as you know, rice, when it cooks, will stick a bit. So we do want to make sure that we do add a little bit of oil to our pan so it doesn't happen like that. And we're going to now put in roughly about half. Doesn't this look like a burrito already? Now at this point, it's basically vegetables, really, and a bit of protein. And I want this to be a creamy, delicious casserole. So what can I do to make that happen? Cream cheese is the answer. I've got my ceramic knife. Any knife will do. I've got a half a package of cream cheese. The cream cheese is going to make this nice and creamy. And what we can do is just put little chunks right on top of the first layer. As it, of course, heats, it's going to spread over top of our casserole. It's going to be that nice ooey gooey filling. So let's talk about some fun food facts while I'm getting this organized. Fun food facts. Okay, where did the name burrito come from and who invented it? I love doing research, and it's crazy what you can read, but there's basically 3 different ideas that have come up. One was a Mexican fellow who was a street vendor in 1910. It's during the Mexican Revolution, and he used to pack his burritos, well, his little sandwiches that were good for travel on his donkey and take it in. And it was very, very handy. And so that's one idea. I don't know, is that the one? There's also a thought that it actually was a street vendor in a different town who did it in 1940, and he called it burrito because he made these little roll-ups for the children, and he called them burritos, which is little donkey, or you can use the other word. He didn't really like children. And then of course, there's also a thought that it came from somewhere in the United States, of course. Burritos actually come from northern Mexico area, and I actually believe it's probably the street vendor in 1910 because it was first noted as a recipe in a cookbook that goes back to 1936, I think it was. So obviously the person who they're giving this benefit to in 1940, behind the times, not happening. Okay, so let's get back to my cooking here. So we've got our cream cheese, but we still have half our filling left. So we're just going to cover the top. Remember, we've got the Mexican flavor because of the poco picante salsa. And like I said, if you have a family that likes it a little bit hotter, by all means, season up, maybe put an extra tablespoon in. With all this cheese and rice and beans, it will mellow out the flavor a little bit anyway. Next, we're going to just take this out of the way. We're going to put some cheese on top. Now, you could use cheddar cheese, you could use mozzarella cheese, whatever cheese you have. I usually grab the blocks because I find they're less expensive. And we're just going to sprinkle this on top because when we bake this in the oven, it's going to, of course, cook, get that nice crusty cheese coating. And I actually had a little bit left of Monterey Jack, which is another reason why I didn't add too much spice of the poco picante, because I know that this Monterey Jack actually is quite spicy in itself. So in the oven, we're going to put this and we're going to bake it for about 30 minutes. Well, my timer has just gone off and I'm going to be taking a casserole dish out, and of course I need to protect my countertop, as you might as well. This is a roll-up rack. I love this. It's a real space saver. As you can see, it rolls right up. I have it on either side of my barbecue to protect the stainless steel. I keep one in the kitchen as well, and you can use it like a trivet. Also set it on top of your sink. It gives you a little bit of extra space, because what it is it's steel encapsulated in silicone. So I'm just going to set this down and I'm going to pull out my casserole and let's see what this product looks like and how we're going to finish it off. There we go. Okay, looks delicious, right? We're not done yet because I do want to make this look like a bit of a burrito. So I'm going to grab my cutting board here. I'm going to grab my ceramic knife. And to finish it off, I've got some green onions that I've cut and cleaned here. Maybe sprinkle a little bit of this over top. Our corn tortillas. Grab a few of these. Sprinkle them on the top for that little extra crunch. I think I just want a little bit more onion to make it look pretty on the top, layering. Little hot. And there you have it. This is our fried rice burrito. Doesn't this look absolutely fantastic? So there you go, folks. Make sure you check out my recipe at jmflavors.com. If you have any questions about products or you have something in your cupboard that you maybe haven't used, make sure you go to my website, jmflavors.com, or go to my website, jacquelinemcgrath.epicure.com. You can actually type in the ingredient that you have purchased from me in the past, put it in the search bar, and a whole bunch of recipes will pop up for you. So thanks again for watching my cooking class. I'm ready to dig in. What are your thoughts? Doesn't this look yum? Take care, everyone. Again, thanks so much for watching.